Body trembled. No, tie them up. Two large hands grabbed Teo's shoulders and dragged him across the dirt. They bound him to one of the posts next to Maya. He could hear Annalee's whimpers as they halted at the post on the other side of Maya. The men backed away once their deed was done, leaving three children bound and helpless. Shadow Man faced them as Baal and Eliezer watched them smirking. They were pawns in a game of evil. I gave you a chance, my darlings, and you failed me. Now I'm going to give you one more chance. Reject Elion. Deny him. Curse the seal on your shoulder, and I'll set you all free. Refuse, and you will never see the other world again. Chapter 10. Teo's body trembled. You want to know why I call myself the Shadow Man? The man moved over to Annalee and cocked his head. Annalee, I'm asking a question. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Shadow Man thrust his face inches from hers. It's rude not to answer when a question's asked. She cleared her throat. Yes, that's a good girl. I'll tell you why. In your world, the Shadow Man is a boogeyman that lives under your bed, hoping your feet will dangle on the other side. It's a patient monster, just like me, who waits for the moment to drag you under. He chuckled, walked over to Maya, and grazed her cheek with his thumb. And like that monster, I love creating fear in children. He leaned into her and breathed in her scent. And you three reek of fear. A muffled whimper escaped Maya's gagged mouth. Shadow Man turned to Teo. A crooked smile played at the edges of his mouth. Teo wanted to spit in the man's face, but he held back. Teo, the hero, how the mighty fall. The seal on your arm doesn't seem to be helping you any more than that pathetic staff, So, what do you say? All you need to do is deny all you think you know about Elion, including that silly seal on your arm. It was true. The staff hadn't worked, and the seal wasn't helping. No, Shadow Man said. You would rather I blind you? I will blind you over and over again. Could the man really blind them? Shadow Man stepped over to Annalee. What about you, Princess? You don't even know Elion. It's Teo I'm after. He's the one spreading the poison. What have you got to lose by denying Elion? Reject him. It's just a few little words and a change of heart. If you don't, you'll be stuck here rotting in a dungeon. Poor, ugly Annalee. But she didn't speak. She was too busy sobbing, eyes clenched tight, terrified. Deny him, you little puke. Deny Elion or I'll blind Teo. She cried harder. It took all the strength Teo could muster to keep from yelling out for her to save herself. Just say it, Annalee. Say what he wants you to say. But he couldn't bring himself to speak the words. He could never deny the boy who'd shown him the way past fear. No, have it your way then, Shadow Man said. Time's up, sweetheart. Two big strides and the man was standing inches from Teo's face. Shadow Man took a deep breath and exhaled. A black mist seeped from his mouth and flowed into Teo's eyes. Blindness. Deny Elion and I will restore your sight, Shadow Man's voice echoed in the night. Curse the seal. Teo knew his eyes were open, but all he saw was black. Panic rushed through him. He felt absolutely helpless. How could he be blind? Charlie had sent him here. Why wasn't someone here to save him? Maya's words from earlier crossed his mind. Whenever I start to feel sorry for myself or become blind to the light, I ask Elion to show me who I am. He swallowed the lump in his throat, and with the last bit of strength he cried out, Elion, show me who I am. With those words, the darkness was gone. He found himself standing in a white desert, sand warm under his bare feet. Annalie was standing next to him. Annalie? She stared at him, dumbstruck. Is this real? In answer, a giggle drifted through the air. He spun at the familiar sound. The boy. It was the boy. The boy was here somewhere. Elion was here. You want to know who you are? The boy's voice asked. Yes, Teo stammered. Yes, we do. You're the light of the world, the boy said. That's who you are. A soft, playful growl sounded behind him. Teo spun around to find the boy smiling at him with Judah the lion standing beside him. He ran to the boy and fell to his knees, overwhelmed with gratitude. I knew you would come. I knew it. The boy chuckled and ruffled Teo's hair. Hello, Teo. His eyes met the boy's. The boy looked over Teo's shoulders at Annalie, who was standing behind them in shock. Hello, Annalie, he said. Hello, she said meekly. Do you know me? I think so. You were the light in the water. You were the light in the water, the boy said. I'm the source of that light, far greater than you, but I made you like me in my likeness. Light. Your body is just a temporary costume, an earthen vessel. She blinked, stunned. Is this how you really look? A boy? No, but how else would you recognize me? He winked at Teo. Do you want to see what I really look like? Yes, both of them said, almost in unison. The boy lifted his hand and snapped his fingers. In that instant, he became light. Not merely light, but a crackling light that surrounded them. It consumed the entirety of the sky, the world, the universe. Infinite light. White. Elion is light. The first seal. Teo gasped and staggered back, overwhelmed by the feeling of the light. It was love. It was unspeakable power. It was everything. There was no darkness, no fear, no judgment. There was just love. A love that burned up all the darkness and fear of the universe in the blink of an eye. Elion had showed himself to them as a boy, but no longer. The light collapsed into the boy, and he stood on the sand smiling. You like? Tears streamed down Annalie's cheek. Yes, she whispered. Now you try, she said to both of them. Teo and Annalie exchanged a glance. Us? Just do what I did. Annalie nodded at Teo. They lifted their hands and snapped their fingers. Immediately their bodies were gone. Left were two beings of the same crackling light that had made the boy. They didn't fill the whole universe like he had, but it was the same light, humming with power and flowing with colours, red, blue, green, gold, hundreds of brilliant colours. Teo lifted his hand, mesmerised by the light streaming and coiling where his fingers had been. He could see Annalie formed like a girl, but she was now made of the same light. And that light was beautiful, so perfect, so breathtaking. I am in you, and you are in me, as one, the boy said. You're the light of the world, but you're usually blind to that light. Now you have eyes to see. Then the light collapsed on itself, and they were once again in their old forms. Teo stood breathless, trembling in awe. I am beautiful, Annalie breathed. It's me. It's the me who I hated, not Maya. I despised myself, but now I love who I am. Annalie was loving who she first despised. That was what Talia said must happen for them to find the second seal. Warmth pulsed on Teo's shoulder. He reached down and lifted his shirt. A green circle now appeared inside the white one. Annalie lifted her sleeve with him. There on her arm were both the white seal and the green seal. Light! Green, he cried. I am the light. We are the light of the world, just like Elion. Annalise squealed in delight. She began to spin, singing, I am